Hello, distinguished judges and fellow innovators. We are from Indonesia, and today we bring you Development of Integrated Wellbeing and Sustainability Index, a remote sensing enhanced quality of life assessment using multi-criteria decision analysis and clustering across 55 countries. Next. After the global financial crisis of 2008, many economists began questioning whether GDP truly measures progress of a country. Before the recession, the GDP created an illusion of prosperity. It hid inequality, social vulnerability, and also environmental degradation. There are some index that explore multidimensional like quality of life indicators from Numbeo and also better life index from OECD. But most of these index are limited in some regions. Also, there is a persistent gap that limits the ability of policymakers to evaluate how environmental stress and social inequality interact spatially. That's where these study steps in. We developed the Integrated Wellbeing and Sustainability Index, or IWSI, which combines remote sensing indicators with socio-economic indicators from World Bank, IMF, Our World in Data. Also, it includes environmental indicators. Unlike others, this index uses objective open data and also applies multi-criteria decision analysis and machine learning with clustering across all continents. Next.
IWSI framework adapts the OECD well-being structure into two analytical tiers, current well-being and resources for future well-being. From the environmental side, we use remote sensing indicators such as NDVI for vegetation health and NDBI and BUI for build-up intensity. From the socio-economic side, we include GDP per capita, income inequality, labor vulnerability, literacy, and governance quality. All variables are normalized and combined using a weighted sum model under multi-criteria decision analysis. And then K-means clustering is applied to group 55 countries into 6 well-being types. The results were validated with existing quality of life index, ensuring transparency, reproducibility, and policy relevance for global development planning. Next.
The result revealed 6 distinct clusters, each representing developmental and sustainability pathway. Cluster 1, Sustainability Develop, High Education, Stable Governance, and Low Environmental Stress. Cluster 2, Emerging Sustainables, Industrial Economies, Improving Equity and Environmental Balance. Cluster 3, Transitional Achiever, Moderate Progress with Growing Urban Heat and Social Disparities. Cluster 4, Developing Under Pressure, Expanding Infrastructure but with climate and governance challenges. Cluster 5, Vulnerable System, Weak Institution, Limited Energy Access, and Ecosystem Degradation. Cluster 6, Crisis States, Facing Overlapping Economic, Social, and Environmental Instability. The six cluster configuration using K-means not only maximize separation and internal consistency, but also reveal geographic coherence. The IWSI also correlates strongly with global quality of life indicates R-square approximates 0.77, confirming its capture deeper structural dimension of well-being that GDP alone misses. Next.
To turn analytical parents into actionable insight, we developed the IWSI policy framework, visualized as a 5-domain donut model of sustainable transformation. The outer ring, environmental resilience, encompasses climate adaptation, renewable energy transition, and biodiversity restoration, prioritized most critical for clusters 4 to 6, where exposure to environmental stress is highest. Moving inward, socioeconomic inclusion ensures decent work, fair income, and social protection, the backbone of emerging and transitional economies. The next layer, human capital and quality of life, highlights education, health, and gender equality as core investments in long-term societal well-being and adaptive capacity. Governance and institutional trust build transparency, participation, and stability, the bridge linking citizens and the state. At the center, innovation and the green economy power sustainable growth through technology, circular systems, and ESG-based investment. Combined, these domains move nations from vulnerability to resilience with the IWSI as both a diagnostic and policy guide for sustainable and inclusive growth.